Avery's fucking drunk. Avery's already drunk.
This is Avery's third glass of wine.
This is
for 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes. Avery got off the road 5 minutes.
They keep begging me, stop drinking, it's gonna kill you, but I don't care. I want them to watch
like, Avery's like, I make them do it through Zoom so they can't take the bottle out of my hand.
I also steal things sometimes, but mostly like if they have pumpkins outside of a Trader Joe's or a grocery store and they put them way out in the middle of the parking lot, I don't feel like you should have to pay for those, and I feel like they're stupid for asking you to pay for them.
100%. In the summer, watermelons outside, if it's outside the cash register, it's free. if I can see that product before I see a cashier, I'm allowed to take it.
You want to know what I've never paid for? Ice. I've never paid for ice. I can go into that refrigerator outside.
I feel like they're so aware you want to steal ice that it's the thing I'm actually most scared of stealing, because I feel like they're going to be so like watching the ice, you know?
Nothing bad is happening.
Sinners. You're all sinners.
Yeah, Josh is real fucking chaste and holy.
Pious.
I've never stolen anything in my life.
One time we were at a grocery store in a very small town with not a lot of money to its name. And Josh said, watch this. And he picked up the holder that holds the grocery bags. You know that the cashiers... We were checking out. There was a woman checking us out. He picked it up, looked her in the eyes, put it in the cart, and she didn't do anything. And we walked out with it, and that lived in his car for a very long time.
We got a list. Okay, Jeffrey, Avery, Max, Josh.
This seems like a least likely to win in a fight list.
I don't know. I mean, no, actually, I would say.
That's why I joined this podcast, because I knew I wasn't the weakest one. That's the only reason. That's fine.
I mean, it's by like a slim margin.
Slim Margin is Jeffrey's rap name.
That's good. That's really good. It does have to do, to some degree, with conflict. Kind of.
Most kissable lips.
That's an insane compliment to give yourself. Least to most likely to attack a service worker. Like physically.
To most? You think I'm second most to attack a service worker?
Out of the four of us?
Max hates
minimum.
I didn't make the list. This isn't like objective opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it does have to do with conflict.
That is a fun question, though. Who would most likely attack a service? Probably Jeffrey.
Front desk ladies, like receptionists or like secretaries or like the women who work the front desk at like the schools and stuff. Every school, every time I go, they fucking love me. They love my ass.
Front desk
the other day, like 2 weeks ago, I was talking to one of them and she was telling me her favorite candy. And I said, I've never had that. Yesterday, she gave me a bag of that candy that she had bought specifically for the purpose of letting me try them.
I love that that's a genre of person. Getting back to it.
Hey, Jeffrey, what's your type? What's your type? Who likes you? Front desk ladies?
Front desk ladies. I mean, middle-aged women in general, but I most often see them in that capacity.
Jeffrey, that is because they want to take you home and give you a bath in their sink.
I would do it. I would do that. I would do that in a heartbeat.
Have you ever had an elder Southern woman refer to you as honey?
Yes.
Like honey. I'm
Yes.
like, oh my God. Dude, I want to melt into butter and you could spread me on your cornbread. All right?
What is
Wild.
like physicalize that metaphor?
He said
what does
what?
that mean in a more tangible way?
Leave me alone. All right? Most likely to lie to avoid a conflict in a situation.
That's pretty good.
All right. What is this list, Josh?
This list is cattiest bitch.
Cattiest?
You fucking would say that about me.
What a catty bitch.
Cattiest bitch. 1 through 4.
I actually agree. I don't think I'm as catty as I'd like to be. Avery, good at slipping the knife in the ribs.
It's fine.
Jeffrey, Caddy.
I'm not. Well, first off, I'm gonna fucking remember that. But
So, hey everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of Gaslight Gameshow, the only character-driven game show with real-world consequences. Every week, a movie is selected and we all watch it. And every week, each of our 3 contestants write their own review for that movie. But, and here's the twist, not as themselves. They must concoct brand new characters and write in their voices. Before each episode, they swap their creations amongst themselves. They read each other's work here, live, for the first time, responding to questions as the characters they wrote for one another. The catch: I have to guess who originally wrote what. Every episode has a winner and a loser. Winners get rewarded and losers get punished.
Punched.
Favorite part of the episode every time. No one's safe, not even me, as we learned last week. As always, our contestants are Josh Horst.
Hi.
Avery Baker.
Hi.
And I'm your host, Max McCune. This week we have a featured guest, Jeffrey Nolan. Jeffrey, would you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
all right, you know what? You want to know why I'm catty? Because of this shit fucking every goddamn week that I'm the Okay, all right, let's move on. That was
Gonna
a
be
bit.
really cool one day when we can afford a better special guest, you know, guys?
Stop.
Dream big.
Well, everybody, let's give a big welcome to our catty bitch guest, Jeffrey Nolan. Today, for episode 5, Avery elected that we all watch Red Rocket, a movie with subject matter that's palatable and easy for everybody. But before we talk about how this movie features multiple scenes where a 40-something dude rails a 17-year-old named Strawberry, we have some business to attend to. Contestants, do you know what time it is?
Punishment
time.
All right. My favorite time, usually. Last week, Avery won, and for the first time ever, I lost. And what do losers get?
Punched.
That's right. I guessed everyone's reviews incorrectly, and now I get to feel the wrath. For my punishment, I had to film a video of someone tickling me for 30 seconds. That also means I had to ask a friend of mine to tickle me for 30 seconds because no one else involved in the show lives in the city I live in. All right?
Yes.
To prove I'm actually being tickled, I had to laugh on camera during the act for at least 10 of those seconds. And you know what these 3 people know very well? That would not be an issue because I'm extremely ticklish and did not enjoy any of the 30 seconds. I, unfortunately, have the recording to show you all today. Is everybody ready to watch it?
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Oh my God, yes.
Please.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to do any prefacing. We will watch the video as is, and then we will discuss after, and I would like to be given the opportunity to do some explaining of my own after, okay? All right, everybody. Are you ready to see the video?
Oh my God, yes.
Ready.
All right, then I'm going to share my screen and set a timer for 30 seconds. Oh my God. Oh my God, Alexa. Okay, wait. Okay.
What were those last couple seconds there?
Okay.
What happened?
There is a cut of this that does not maybe if we get a certain number of followers, we'll release the cut. But it's because it did not last the full 30 seconds because we could not figure out the proper filming angle. And for that one, I was tied up and shirtless. And for the 10 seconds we did get of it, it was honestly too much. It was too much. And as we were filming, the heavy glass jar we were using to hold up my phone fell off of the stool and landed on my eye. And I could not open my eye for a couple minutes. And we had to pause and then eventually film again.
Every listener and viewer who subscribes to our highest level will immediately get a copy of that video, uncut.
We finally have like an
That's
actual like
immediately.
pledge goal. That's
good.
our pledge
That's good.
goal.
It doesn't matter if
That's
it's
good.
like 2 a.m. We will send it to you right then.
Also,
Yeah.
I'd like to make it clear, the filming angle was very difficult because completely understandably, the person I had tickling me wanted no part of being filmed in this video.
I get it.
They were like, please do not show my face in this video. So it took a while to figure out the angle.
But they did say their name, or you said their name.
No, I was telling Alexa, the Amazon system, to end the timer because I was so miserable and I was waiting for it to be 30 seconds. That was me
Oh.
saying, Alexa, the timer.
Okay.
I'm realizing my least favorite part about this video is that it feels like you're laughing a lot when you're being tickled, and you don't realize that it just hurts and you're kind of silent. So it's a very silent 30-second video of me being touched.
Of you just kind of writhing around a little bit.
I felt like I
And
was
then until-
watching that documentary. Tickled, like it
yeah.
felt like a cut from that, and it wasn't. I wasn't expecting that to be as.
Uh,
Also, getting tickled feels a lot different when you're being filmed doing it. Not the same.
I can imagine.
And when you know it's about to happen. Man, this
is one of the punishments that I was most looking forward to seeing, and that did not disappoint. That was exactly
well-
what I wanted.
Jeffrey, are you into tickling? Is that why? Like, was that good for you?
You can't say that. You can't say that.
I didn't say anything.
I will, if we, Max, Avery, Jeff, Josh, in relation to the tickling video. Most ticklish?
Most ticklish.
That's probably
Most
true.
ticklish. I am the most ticklish. I was not happy doing that. I was not, because some people get tickled and it's all kind of cute. And I think there's a point in that video where you see me try to bite their hand. 'Cause I did not want to touch my neck. Yeah. So thanks, guys. If we hit a certain number of followers, I'll let you recycle this punishment, and I'll do it shirtless and completely tied up.
Holy fuck.
But
Please.
No one asked you to do that.
I know you all want it. And even better, we won't do that until I can get to Minnesota and it's Josh tickling me. All right. There we go.
Josh
That's me
tickled
just
you in
asking Josh to
Minnesota?
tickle me.
I'm gonna fly to Minnesota to tickle you.
Okay. Viewers, I forgot where Josh lives for a moment. So
Maybe all four of
Scrap
us
that.
fly to Florida, like a completely different place,
There
just
we
to watch
go.
Max get
There we go.
tickled.
Lawless
Completely
Florida.
neutral
That's
grounds.
not that.
All right. Well, you know what? I think it's time we completely move past all of this. I think the last 3 minutes have been my least favorite part of knowing you three. So before we hear what these three psychopaths wrote, and I'm going to be in a bad mood for the rest of the episode, just so you guys know, let's recap the movie. On IMDb, the synopsis for Red Rocket is Mikey Saber is a washed-up porn star who returns to his small Texas hometown. Not that anyone really wants him back. I didn't know they made a movie about Avery's life. Do we agree with the synopsis of the film? Is this accurate? Also, Avery joke, not funny. Literally the only similarity is that she's from Texas. There's nothing else there. And I can't help but say her name if Texas
And
comes
that I
up.
have a massive penis.
Oh, that is true.
Yes.
And nope, you don't fuck 17-year-olds. As far as we know. All right.
Whoa.
I don't. But you know.
Make it clear.
Jesus.
Just a lucky one named Strawberry. All right. Before we
Oh my
no,
god.
no. All right.
Jesus Christ. Holy fuck.
I will say, keep this in. I will say this movie, the types of people and driving through the small Texas like coastal towns, dead on. That is exactly who is there. All of the varieties of person, their levels of morality. I have never seen anything as accurate as that. And maybe
Nice.
that's true for all small towns, but I feel like if you're in Corpus Christi and in that area, that is how you behave consistently.
And I also say Corpus Christi, one of the coolest town names ever. Does it mean Jesus's body?
Yeah. Body of Christ.
Like corpse of Christ? Okay. If you say it without knowing who Jesus is, it sounds like it's like a snack, like a crispy corpse. Corpus Christi.
Like a crispy corpse, he says.
Is it Christy?
It's definitely
a T?
Christy.
It's a
not,
T.
not
Corpus
Corpus
Christi.
Crispy.
Christy.
Okay. Well, I'm releasing a line of children's Jesus-shaped crackers called Corpus Crispy, and they're gonna sell like hotcakes. Okay.
Honestly,
So,
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I actually don't hate it. If you're listening to this episode, don't steal that. They are trademarked. That's how it works. You just say trademarked after, and then you got it. All right. Do anyone else have any opinions on the synopsis besides our native Texas expert, or is that?
I mean,
we're
once
leaving it
again, like it kind of leaves out a lot, but
I
it
was
is
going to say
not
the same.
factually
Mhm.
incorrect.
Okay,
Yeah, I feel like there's a bit
cast
left out.
members, the cast members of Gaslight Game Show have been discovering what a synopsis is this past couple weeks.
I feel like it didn't say every detail, and I just felt like I missed some things. So
We want a
Um,
summary.
we learn a lot here. I learned what the mute button does, and they all learned what synopsis means. Now,
Synopsis.
before we jump into the reviews, we're going to hear our ratings of the movie 1 to 10, and a brief, if you can manage, explanation of why. So, who wants to go in first? 1 to 10, rating of Red Rocket by Sean Baker.
I'll go. So, for this, I thought it would be fun if I wrote 3 really short little ratings, and I thought it would be fun if they were ordered from least to most likely that everyone will want to cut it from the final edition of this episode.
Wow. All right.
And so, viewer,
Let's hear 'em.
you get to hear potentially all 3, though I doubt it, but at least one.
It'd be funny if we cut straight to the next rating.
Okay, Jeffrey, what's your rating?
All right, let's hear least. Let's ease
Okay,
us in,
so-
baby.
Number 1, I give Red Rocket a 4. It's got some good qualities, like how it wasn't shot on an iPhone. It's just another weary criticism of Americana wrapped in a controversial cock sleeve, so it feels deeper than it is.
Nice.
That's pretty powerful.
Okay. That was, we're keeping
Probably,
it. Keeping
that'll
it
probably
in.
make it in, yeah.
All right, number 2.
Part 2.
All right, so I don't think that one's making it in.
I am wary of the third one.
Yeah, I can't believe that's.
I think we can probably say right now, there's no way
It's
any
not
of the third one's
gonna
making
end. It's
it.
not gonna
Right,
end.
let's
Let's
hear
hear
it.
it.
Number 3. And while I'm at it,
Oh my God, Josh. And now we go to Jeffrey's rating.
That's kind of a tough one to follow. I thought the acting was good. I guess kind of because they were all just real people. I kind of wish they didn't say he was a good guy, but they didn't say quite strongly enough for my taste that he was a bad guy. They kind of just said he's a guy. He's complicated like the rest of us, which I don't think was quite the right level of finger wagging that he
Condemnation.
deserved. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a 5.5.
Nice.
Like I enjoyed
right.
watching it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Avery, bring us home.
Yeah, I kind of liked a lot of the movie. I will say They do chase him off at the end. But I agree that it felt, if a certain type of person watched this movie, it would go absolutely over their heads. And I just feel like if you're gonna make this type of movie, then that person should get it. And I don't know if that's inherently true. So I'm also gonna give it a 5. I feel like it was trying to be too smart for what it should have been. That should have been the moral of the story versus throwing in a whole bunch of political stuff on people who live below the poverty line.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Nice lighthearted 3 ratings we got there.
Max, how about you? What's your rating? What's your rating?
I don't know what my actual rating is, but I am going to say my official take on, I've swung hard back and forth on this. I believe that films should not cater to people who don't get them. I think I'm recording, not cutting this. People are always criticizing Fight Club. I think Fight Club is good because there's people who don't get Fight Club, because that's who it's about. The fact that all the sales guys who I work with love Wolf of Wall Street makes Wolf of Wall Street a good movie, because they're not getting it, because it's so accurate that if you get it, you go, holy fuck, what a vile piece of shit that guy is. And then fucking the guys at my job cold calling all day want to be Jordan Belfort. Now, I'm not saying movies should not be responsible. I have a lot of critiques of movies that something bad happened. Like, I think if it's narratively tied in a way that it goes, I think it's less about the explicit moral of the movie sometimes, and more the way it develops and what blame you're putting on certain characters for what I think you're actually encouraging. But I don't think it's a bad thing to make a movie with your protagonist doing bad things.
I agree.
With that,
I think this one's about pedophilia, though. Or no, it's not about pedophilia.
I also think it is treated very lightly in this movie that he's fucking a 17-year-old.
Well, I will say in Texas, that's totally fine. Isn't that
only
fun?
one of us lives in Texas, so I'm gonna give it a.
It's me.
I'm gonna give it a. Okay, part of it, I'm gonna give it a 7. I love Simon Rex. I love Simon Rex. So honestly, just watching him be back in a movie was very fun to me. But now everyone's going to think I'm condoning that thing you guys all very explicitly condemned. So let's move on to the next portion.
So let's gloss over
it. Episode. Let's gloss over it, baby. That's what we do here at the Gaslight Game Show. Amazing. Let's move on to the reviews. Let's go over the specifics. These 3 freaks watched Red Rocket and randomly generated a name, age, and location for their character. Everything else you hear is all them, for better or for worse. They used those prompts to create a character and then wrote a movie review in the voice of that character. You'll hear each of them read 4 main sections: character bios, get to know you questions, improvised responses, and the movie review, all read aloud in character. All but the improvised responses have been written for them beforehand. This is also the first time the contestants have seen each other's work. It's a cold read. They very well may have no idea what they're about to say. And I have no idea which of them made what character and corresponding review. The writer is not necessarily the reader, and I have to guess who wrote what, which used to be my favorite part, and then I lost. They're going to trick me, because if I get them all wrong, I lose. But if I get even one right, then whichever one of them I score the lowest is the loser. No matter what, someone's getting shafted. There will always be a loser, and
losers get punished.
Losers get punished.
Losers get punished.
Nice.
That was good, because none of us interrupted each other.
That was really considerate, I think.
Are you proud of us?
Yeah, I'm real proud, Jeffrey. This is great. I'm thrilled
to hear.
All right, Jeffrey, let me move on. We'll start by getting to know each character with a structured interview, do some off-the-cuff Q&A as a group, and to finish off, we'll hear the reader's movie review. Jeffrey, I'm sorry about when I yelled at you earlier. That was not fair.
It's okay.
You were just being... All right, so our first reader is Jeffrey. Jeffrey, would you please introduce your character and give us the title of your review?
My name is Landon Stanley. I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Canyon, Texas, born and bred. The title of my review is Clean It Up.
Okay, nice to meet you, Landon. Landon, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Last week, I started my new job in Amarillo, and it was my first time in the big city. It's only 20 minutes away, but Aunt Bobby never let me go there whilst I was growing up because she didn't want me to get kidnapped by ISIS or the Mennonites. My mash mom says ISIS ain't in Amarillo and that they're only in Austin and El Paso, but I don't know. I think she's just scared because everyone calls Amarillo Bomb City. Not because of ISIS though, but because the government makes the bombs there, like the ones they dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Aunt Bobby ain't stupid though. She just was. Anyway, I'm working there now because Aunt Bobby's husband, Rick, got me a job washing the bombs like he does. So far, I've only washed floors though.
Thanks, Landon. Landon, would you let us all know what motivates you?
I guess Aunt Bobby, she raised me. Growing up, she always told me I'd amount to something if I was a good boy. So I try my best for her. I ain't looking to go to hell either. Aunt Bobby took me to church every Wednesday and Sunday, so I wouldn't end up like them no good Mennonites. Aunt Bobby's a good person. I don't know how she ended up with someone like Rick. He's not a nice man, and he don't even go to church any days. Rick ain't a good boy like me.
Speaking of your mom's situation with Rick, Landon, what are the most important qualities for you in a potential partner?
Well, I ain't never had a girlfriend because Aunt Bobby don't want me messing around till she finds me a good girl to get hitched up with. I know that Rick ain't a good potent partner or whatever you just said. He cheated on Aunt Bobby loads of times, but she always forgives him. Rick likes to trick me by trying to make me accidentally a bad boy, which makes me so mad. I work hard to be a good boy, and he don't even care. He just sits in that old chair of his and spits and smokes while watching Lost Girls on the computers. He calls it our little secret, but ain't no secret of mine.
Landon, thank you. Those were some insightful answers to those questions. Does anyone else have any questions they'd like to ask before we move on?
Landon, how long has your aunt been married to Rick?
Oh, well, it's been going on 3 years now, but they dated for a year before that when I was in the middle of high school. He would come around the house and just tidy whities when I was trying to go to school, just kind of itching at himself. So I didn't love that when I'm trying to get down my cornflakes, but it's been 3 years. I don't see him much as much anymore, but yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna just change of pace. What's your favorite food, Landon?
Well, gosh, I like steak a lot, steak and potatoes. I think I'm trying to bulk up a little bit. Sometimes I think I'm a little small, and so I wanna kind of get big. I've been working out like 4 times a week, which is okay. It could be up to 5, I think, but with I gotta get home and see Aunt Bobby, and work sometimes goes late, and sometimes I just get a little tired. And there was one time I was trying to go to the gym and there was just traffic after work. And so I got there after it had closed. And so I couldn't go that time. And then also the gym is closed on Sunday. So that already takes one day a week just right off the bat. so I can't do that. But when I do go to the gym, I try to eat something hearty and stick into my ribs like steak or potatoes afterwards to kind of give me the protein boost that I need in order to keep the work that I've done. So it's slow going, but I'm working on it. I think I hit the gym earlier today, and that was a pretty good workout because I was able to hit. I did some arms. I like to. I read online that you got to split it up into different kinds of days to do things. So I did arms today, and then tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's Sunday, but the day after tomorrow on Monday, I'm gonna get to legs, and then I'll do chest the next day, and I kind of cycle between those three, which is pretty good because it, it's just about taking care of yourself.
Oh, thanks, Landon. I hope it works out. I hope the steak and potatoes help out. Landon, we're all dying to hear. What did you think of the movie?
Well, Rick told me last week that I had to watch a training video before I went into my first day. I told him, Rick, you best not be tricking me. I ain't gonna stand for it no more. But he swore up and down that he ain't. The video was called Red Rocket, which makes sense for Bomb City, but it wasn't at all what I was expecting. The video, Red Rocket, had lots of people like me and my neighbors. I mean, hell, it even had Rick as the guy who worked with the Lost Girls. Watching it reminded me of all the squeaking and slopping Rick had done in Aunt Bobby's house, specifically since he also hung out around the donut shop in Canyon. Rick was about cracking himself up watching me watch it, but I think it was a training video. It was a training video about how to clean up a bad boy like Rick. People like Rick cannot be saved, so we shouldn't save him. Rick don't know it yet, but tonight, I'm the one who's doing the tricking. We got keys to every room, including the room with the big skull on it that glows green. Tonight, I'm going to make sure Rick goes into that room and doesn't come out. I'm not sure what's in there, but I think Aunt Bobby's right. Probably ISIS.
Sounds like a plan, Landon. All right. What are everyone's thoughts on Landon Bradley, our first character? Landon Stanley, our first character.
Jeffrey was able to do that a little too well. Just a
Yeah,
little.
I forgot it was Jeffrey.
It felt just a little too.
impressed.
Yeah.
That was good.
Thanks,
I
Crew.
like him.
Thanks, Crew.
Nice.
Yeah, so the only notes from the character are good performance, Jeffrey. Good performance.
Yeah. Okay.
Rush.
Fuck Landon.
Excellent.
I already hate this because I already lost and I'm traumatized and I'm supposed to guess who wrote this.
Traumatized. He's traumatized.
You saw the video.
Okay.
We did.
That's
did.
fair.
The problem with Jeffrey, I'm leaving it there. The problem with Jeffrey, you know when you give someone a blank check and they can write anything they want? That's what it feels like saying the problem with Jeffrey. It's like, you finish. So I'm really being
That was a good analogy. I liked it. Yeah. It's visual.
The problem with Jeffrey is that he often imbues the character so well that it's hard for me to imagine someone else writing it. So I always guess Jeffrey wrote his own, which historically has shot me in the foot. And my reasoning I'm going to use right now is that I usually think Jeffrey wrote his own. I instinctually want to give the Texas one to Avery. And last time I thought Jeffrey wrote his own, it was actually Josh who wrote it. So I'm guessing Josh for the first one. And I may change it later. There we go. All right. Also, Josh, big ISIS guy. Likes ISIS a lot. All right. So our next reader is resident ISIS guy, Josh. Josh, would you please introduce your character and give us the title of your review?
Hi, my name is Gerald Bush. I am 6 years old, and I live in Dickinson, North Dakota. The title of my review is The Movie I Saw When Daddy Was Sleeping.
Can you say your name one more time?
Gerald Bush.
Okay. Will you
Gerald
tell us
Bush.
a little bit about... Awesome. Thank you. Would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Gerald Bush, but my daddy calls me Wedgie, and my mommy calls me Jailbell. I love my mommy and my daddy very much, and Jesus and God and Ladybug, who is my kitty. I love playing outside with my tricycle. I can go really fast. But I also love playing in my room because the floor is very soft and I'm close to mommy and daddy's room. But one night, I heard my mommy and daddy screaming in big bed. And there was God, I didn't know, but it was very scary. And I started to cry, and mommy came in my room and sang to my tummy. But when I said what happened, she said that she could not say because I am very impressible and also a copycat like Ladybug. I also love strawberries too.
Oh my god.
Thank you. That was great. Nice little introduction. Now, I am confused on Gerald. Gerald, would you tell us what your average Jer Bear, right? That's what your mom calls you?
Gerald Bush.
Gerald Bush. All right. Would you tell us what your average weekend looks like?
I don't know what that word means, average, but the weekends are when my mommy, my daddy, and me go to church on Sundays. Last week, I heard the man say that it is bad when men lay in bed with women that they are not married to, and that sometimes they make babies. And I asked Daddy how they make babies if they are sleeping, and Daddy said they dream together. And then Daddy got on, and we prayed to please ask God to not let me dream with someone unless I married her.
All right. Sounds like a blast of a weekend. Last question. What is your favorite food?
My favorite food is strawberries. I like strawberries a lot. My kitty is named Strawberry. Well, her name is Ladybug, but I only named her Ladybug because I was little. And I really like ladybugs when I was little, but now that I call her Strawberry now because I really like strawberries a lot. I am very interested in anything with strawberries. I like pancakes with strawberries and salad with strawberries and strawberry cake and regular strawberries. I even have a strawberry stuffy in my bed named Mr. Strawberry.
I like strawberries too. I'm a big fan. That's a really good favorite food to have. Now, does anyone have any other questions for Jer Bear here?
Jer Bear, do you like, or do your mom and dad like going to church?
Mommy and Daddy love going to church. I love going to church. Everyone in the whole world loves going to church because God is happiest when we are closest to Him.
Wow.
Okay. Jer Bear, how old were you when you decided your favorite food was strawberries?
Bo.
Bo.
4.
Bo.
And how old are you now? 6?
That many?
6.
Oh, I think
6.
6. Nice. 2 years is a long time to know you've liked strawberries that much. Good for you. All right. Jer Bear, would you tell us what you thought about the movie Red Rocket?
I couldn't sleep. So I went downstairs, but Daddy was sleeping. And there was a movie was starting, and I watched it, but it was just a man walking, and I didn't get it because I woke up Daddy, and he turned the movie off.
Oh, wow, that was good. Well, thank you so much. What did everyone think about Jer Bear, our second character?
Jerry needs to go to speech therapy.
Dude, that voice, that was one of the more, that was one of the more, it was impressive. It was impressively grating. I was getting more and more frustrated with that voice. Good character. Good character. She's sweet. She's one of the sweeter kids we've had on. It's probably the nicest child we've had on this show.
I feel like. Oh no! Yeah, no, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. And also the perfect mix between sweet and not as torn down by the world.
Yeah, nothing bad happens to him.
Yeah. Anything else?
I think we kind of dodged a bullet on that review there.
I agree. I agree. I think that was a clever.
As soon as Jer Bear said their age, I did not know how that was gonna work itself out. So
that was clever. I thought it was clever.
Every review makes me nervous, is what I've learned with this movie. Every review makes me feel a little ill, just a little bit.
I start getting nervous every time we end this show, and it slowly ramps up till our next episode. So
but it keeps coming back.
Keeps coming back. All right. Well, now I'm supposed to guess who wrote this one, and for some reason, I want to guess Josh again. This is the least entertaining part of the show because I don't like make my decisions quickly. I really am tortured by it. I'm gonna say it, tortured. Capital T. Tortured.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Avery. I'm gonna say Avery right now, and then we'll probably shuffle around a little later. And yes, I know it's a girl, and I voted you, Avery.
I think it's a boy. I mean, not that it matters, but I think his name was Gerald.
Is that why I was so confused by the name? Because I thought it was a girl, and I kept hearing you say Gerald, and I was sure I was getting something wrong.
Why did you think it was a girl?
Yeah.
What led you to think it was a girl?
Something about the voice.
Would you say it was shrill?
And
our third guest
is annoying to listen to. I think Max is annoying to listen
Max,
to, right?
The
Said he got
actual
frustrated by the
review
voice.
was grating.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
Something
Our
just felt
last
like it was a girl, also grating.
All right. Well, apropos of nothing, our last and shrillest reader is Avery. Would you please introduce your character and give us the title of your review?
My name is Alex Sutton. I am 79 years old. I live in Nome, Alaska, and the title of my review is Mission is a Go.
All right. Nome, correct?
No.
Alexander.
Alex.
I'm really bad with that. It's not a great trait for a host. It's not a great trait for a host to be bad with names. All right, Alex, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'd lost hope of activation, But I never lost dream of Russia. 50 years. I keep my secret, posing as Alex Sotin, eating Whopper, drinking Gatorade. But today, I awake as Alexei Sutonovich. Today, I complete my work. My commanding officer finally sent me secret message coded through American airwaves. We have infiltrated America's most beloved Hollywood, and the special words were spoken to me. At last. It could not be clearer. The tests were successes. The weapon is complete. We have created Red Rocket, ultimate Soviet bomb to hold United States hostage and restore Mother Russia to her glory. Comrades, fellow agent, we sleep no longer. Shed your cowboy hats and blue jeans and await further instruction. The Red Rocket is finally ours to wield.
Nice. All right, Alex. I'm excited for this one. Alex, what is your definition of success?
Success is Alexei Stutonovich long and important work for glorious Russia. Secret life for 50 years alone, with no love, no wife, watching American TV every night for clues, learning American life, learning American joke, watching porns for lonely, eating beans in dark, sleeping with rifle, using rifle as wife, touching stove to feel, using stove as wife, drinking in moderation, touching rifle to feel, getting friendly with rifle, putting rifle away, hiding rifle, and this for 50 years. Finally, long and important work payoff and success for Russia. Red Rocket. I am happy. I am allowed to smile.
Oh, wow. All right. It seems like a pretty good definition, Alex. I got caught up in that a little bit. Alex, would you tell us an embarrassing story about yourself?
No.
All right. Understood. Anyone else have any questions they would like to ask Alex?
Alex, what have you done for work
Alexei.
these last 50 years?
What have I done for work? You ask me what I've done for work. I tell you what I've done for work. I take rifle, I rub rifle, he stay with my house. I get paid. I do what I'm supposed to do. I wait, I watch American TV, I learn American jokes, I watch Big Bang Theory. I study Big Bang Theory. Because I thought Big Bang Theory meant Big Bang. But no, it's just another American thing. So I watch Big Bang Theory for my work. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
You are
sorry.
not very attractive. And you are not very... Think before speak. Think before speak. Next question.
Alex, are there any American foods that you have grown to appreciate?
That's a good question. It's a good question. You know, I really like the Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. I feel it is strong. It reminds me of medicine. It reminds me of green, and it reminds me of the color of America when we use Red Rocket. So yes, it's my favorite. It's my favorite here, but I will not miss it when I go. I will not.
All right, there we go. Seems like a good little roundup, Alex. All right, Alex, bring us home. Would you tell us what you thought of the movie?
It was confusing me at parts. When 17-year-old lady make mouth down on older man, I enjoyed. Never use condom, very Russian. Unsure why commanding officer create this movie to activate me, but I like 17-year-old Strawberry. She is ready. I make hands to her, okay? She will be my award, I think, when I choose. I will be Mikey in movie, Love with Young, doing mess over and wait. And big. I will choose it to be big. Yes. I like movie. It makes me ready. It makes my own red rocket close to explode. My penis. It's American
Oh
joke.
my God. Is that the end?
That's it. That's everything.
All right. All right. What did everyone think of our third character, Alex?
I admired his drive.
Yeah.
I think I respected him.
He's probably the one I respect the most.
Yeah.
No, I respect Landon. I like Landon. Actually, wait, the other one's really nice. I respect all three of these. Actually, I probably respect Alex the least. Folks at
You know
home,
what? I think
That
this
was
is
the thought
maybe
process.
I think this is maybe our collection of three characters that have been the best people. Like more like overall, I think like the bet like
I agree. I
yeah,
agree.
like morally some of the best people.
And I would like to say we have someone planning nuclear destruction and another person planning to kill his stepdad. And I definitely think they round out the most moral of the bunch.
Because instead of doing it to a bad person, well, I guess you could argue that maybe America does all of America deserve to die? I don't know. But Rick was a bad guy.
Getting into the ethics of nuclear destruction of colonial power by Jeffrey Nolan. That's our companion podcast where Jeffrey just speaks for an hour straight about what he thinks should happen to every country. He goes through them one by
I got a
one.
lot of opinions. Every
Some are
country.
more controversial than others.
None of them are good.
None of them are good. Well, that's our tagline.
That's great.
Some more controversial than others. None of them good.
That was the joke.
Avery's no longer on the show. All right. So I forget who I've already guessed. You guys, viewers at home, just saw this when I said that I respected Alex the most, and then worked my way through my own thoughts and found out I respect him the least. That is similar to how I think about who wrote what, because I never know if I'm saying what I actually think. So I've already confused myself about who wrote what. I think I originally guessed Josh wrote Jeffrey's. I guess that Avery Joe wrote Josh's, and that would lead me to say Jeffrey wrote this one. I don't have to decide yet. I'm messed up about my ranking. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to a portion that I'm going to have to edit because it is when we play Fuck, Marry, Kill with the three characters. And there is a 6-year-old this week. So
I'm going to go first. I'm killing a 6-year-old.
We're going to play Fuck, Marry, Kill between Alex and Landon, and you get to pick any of the three, and you just get to... The third one has to be someone from our cast. Just kidding. Just those two characters. I'm kidding. Kill Avery. All right.
You know what I love about you that's never changing? You're raging and
What?
blatant misogyny. I think it's just really stunning about you.
We call him
It is-
misogynist Max.
Yeah, it's
Pervasive.
cute because it's a little ma.
This show is going to ruin my reputation because
I'm
I
gonna
am not...
send this to your mom directly. Like I'm going to.
My
We're gonna-
mom hates you too.
We're going to
No.
get 10 episodes in and
No,
people
your
are going to
mom
start
likes
making...
me.
We're going to get 10 episodes in and people are going to start making YouTube compilations of every time Max says shrill.
Well, you guys all know I love attention, so whatever gets me there. I'm just gonna say to everyone at home, I don't hate women. There's one woman on this show, and she's a friend I make fun of. I make 100% of women. I make fun of 100% of the women you see me interact with.
Not a good ratio, bud.
Okay, I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse.
Not good to make a
Yeah, this is-
disclaimer. Don't make
I
a
would-
disclaimer.
Yeah.
Anything I have to make a disclaimer about, I probably shouldn't have. Well, okay, we had to make a disclaimer that Jeffrey didn't say a racial slur last week. So again, I'm not
No,
misogynist.
that's
All
fair
right.
enough. That's a good disclaimer.
I'm fucking Alex, the Russian sleeper agent, because maybe him being awoken some deeper impulses in him, and I'm marrying Landon because I actually think he seems like a good guy who's got his shit together, and I'm gonna help him kill Rick. All right.
I'm gonna marry Landon, but I think I'm gonna kill the guy who wants to nuke America. I think I would rather not keep him alive personally. I guess that's me thing. So
I
You've said
reversed
two-
from your bomb colonialist take
You
earlier.
said two very polar opposite opinions on nuking America this
I'm the
episode.
wind. I'm like the wind, baby. Can't pin me down.
All right. Jeffrey said his. Avery, you go.
I am also marrying Landon. I feel like he's just he needs some hand up. He needs some help. And then I think I'm also gonna have to go with Jeffrey on this one, and I'm gonna kill Alexi because that's just I don't know, not for me.
All right. Not a lot of sympathy for the Russian sleeper agent going on.
Well, I think none of
Jeffrey,
us
what about
are.
you? Wow, I meant Josh. Josh, what about you?
I think that hot take, I'm gonna kill the child. I know no one has said that yet, but I'm gonna kill the child. I am going to fuck Landon because I think he would be the most likely to let me. And then
Whoa! That's a
Woof.
fucking
That was
weird-
jarring.
Weird way to say that.
Openly jarring.
Weird way to say that.
I think it's accurate. If I were to go up to Alex or Landon and be like, hey, can we have sex? I think Landon would be more likely to say, okay.
That is you are going with the one more willing. That is, I guess,
I guess I
not a
don't.
guess.
Don't try
Okay.
and make that make sense.
All right.
Finally,
Yeah, all right.
Alex, I would marry because I think that he would eventually discover that the plan wasn't going to work, and he would try to revert back into his civilian persona, at which point I would propose domestic marriage to him, and him being an American and well integrated into American society, he would assume that the largest population of Americans are progressive and support gay marriage, and then hopefully say yes. And I would know that I am harboring a fugitive, but also psychologically torturing a Russian native by keeping them as my wife.
Josh literally said I could change him.
That was one of the weirdest rationales for anything I've ever heard. That was odd. I didn't follow it in the slightest. I didn't get where it started or where it ended. So nice way to bring us home, Josh. All right. So now we have to move on to me blindly rating the writing and reading we've enjoyed before I lock in my all over the place answers about who wrote what. So I have to. Sorry, I'm really stuck on guessing right now, and it's kind of distracting me. All right. For 3 points, my favorite review. Which review was holistically the best written? For 2 points, the funniest written review. Which review made me laugh the most? For 1 point, the best improvised response. Which contestant had the best improvisation in character? All right. Favorite review. Holistically, the best written review. I'm going to say it was. Actually, no, I'm skipping. I'm doing funniest review first. Funniest review was Gerald. Gerald made me laugh the most. Cutting it off right before we got to the movie review. Killed me. Funniest one for me. Gerald, funniest review, read by Josh. Favorite review was our buddy Landon. Landon was my favorite review, read by Jeffrey, and best improvised response is to Jeffrey for his workout routine that went for a minute and a half. That was my favorite improvised response. All right. So those are my 3 awards. Log your points accordingly. And now I have to guess who wrote each review. If I fail to guess the correct writer, the author gets 1 point. But if I do find them out, they lose 1 point. And if I fail to guess any of the 3, I lose. Let's start with review number 1, read by Jeffrey. I'm voting that Avery wrote our friend Landon. I'm voting Avery for having written our friend Landon. And then I'm voting that Jeffrey wrote our friend Gerald. And then I'm voting that Josh wrote our friend Alex. And if I lose again, you will never see my face on this fucking screen again. All right. Let's figure out where the rest of these points go. Who really wrote review number 1, Landon?
I did.
Hey, I got one right. All right. Who really wrote review number 2, Gerald?
That was me.
Oh, fuck. All right. And who really wrote review number All right.
Oh man. Oh man.
Could we all hold up your whiteboards with your score?
Josh just says, I will kill myself, -1. Fuck me. Because I think if you look at all the points, Josh lost.
I would also like to congratulate Josh on our first negative score of the show.
I don't know how the fuck this keeps happening. I don't know how the fuck this keeps fucking happening. It should be different than this.
One day we're gonna find
different.
One day we're gonna find out that Max actually knows who wrote what, and he's like faking this whole thing, and it will ruin y'all's friendship. Like that, you guys will never talk again.
Is it worse if I'm purposely doing it, or is it worse if I keep accidentally fucking over Josh? It's worse.
We'll find out.
Oh man.
We will find out. They've just been funneling me with the correct information the whole time. All right. Well, that means
You win.
who won? I win because I got them all right. Oh
Yeah.
my god. What's the opposite of how the mighty have fallen?
How the fallen are mighty.
How the limp
How the
have
fallen are
raised.
mighty. All right. Last week's loser is this week's winner. All right. Well done, everyone but our loser, Joshua Horst. How you feeling, Josh? That's an answer enough as it is. All right. For each member of the game show, we've compiled tailor-made punishments. We 3, who are not Josh, are going to review our list and find something truly awful for him to do. So, Josh, would you please put yourself on mute, and we can take a minute to discuss what will be done with you. Nice. All right, guys.
There's a lot of tempting
Is anyone
ones
getting
here.
bored of doing this? Anyone
I'm
getting
tr-
bored?
Of finding punishments for Josh.
We gotta.
I'm trying to find a different one that we haven't, because we've done a singing one. We've done a like he has to listen to us one. We've done like
Oh yeah, we really liked making him sing
video.
and film things.
Yeah. So but he doesn't have a lot of options that are like that aren't like a prepared one, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the dance.
I was about to say I would suggest learning the dance by Jeffrey Nolan. And
Max, yeah, what do you think before I read it out? What do you think?
You guys said it already. I think we have to lock it in. He doesn't
Okay.
look happy. He
All right.
doesn't look
The
thrilled.
punishment is learn choreography by Jeffrey Nolan. I choreographed for elementary school musicals. So learn choreography by Jeffrey Nolan and perform it live on camera. If it's not good enough, he must learn a new number choreographed by Jeffrey.
Brutal.
Good one.
Brutal.
I meant for third graders.
Wow. All right, Josh. Would you mind taking yourself off mute?
Woof.
You got to be ready by the next time we meet, buddy. How you feel?
What if I cried on the show?
That would be so funny. Hands down, that would be the funniest thing to happen on this show. Is it?
Oh man.
If it keeps going the way it is, we will find out. And then we're gonna clip it and we're gonna sell it to people who subscribe to our highest level of subscription. It's just a video of Josh. All right, so that leaves us with one final matter, and it's learning what movie we'll be watching next week. And you know who has the honor of choosing what movie we're going to watch for next week? It is the winner. And Josh, who won this week? I'll take that as a resounding me. We are watching the Disney Channel original movie Sky High. Sky High. Anyone ever seen that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched that movie so many times as a kid. I'm fucking jazzed.
I'm
What?
jazzed about that one.
You were so ready. What brought that?
Last week I should watch Sky High. And I did not prepare to win this week. And when I remembered that I get to pick the movie, that's the first movie that popped into my head. And I'm sick of watching. No, I liked Red Rocket and Donnie Darko. I was so burned by having to watch The Greatest Showman that I will only ever pick a movie I really want to watch. So we're going to watch Sky High. I can't wait for Sky High. I hope that you all feel similar. And to our audience, please feel free to watch along with us. We all feel good about it?
I feel great about it.
I think 75% of us are feeling great. All right. Listen, everyone, you're already soaked, so what harm is a little more spit gonna do? Watch Gaslight Gameshow on YouTube, listen to us on Spotify, and support us on our other platforms. We'll be coming out with a new episode every week, and we'd love to hear from all of you. Comment, reach out, be loud and annoying. We love that. If we get an undetermined amount of interaction, we'll do highly questionable stuff, and you'll maybe get a video of me shirtless being tickled. So promote our garbage and give us things. Also, if you subscribe, like if we get a lot of interaction and you would rather not see the video of me getting tickled, that can be arranged as well. Like I'm gonna send it to you unless we get
Unless we get more money.
It's also a threat.
Yeah, it is a threat and a promise.
Aw.
So tune in soon for more torture, everybody. Bye for now.
That's Vidania.
Later. Bye. See ya.
You know what's astounding? How funny I find Josh's writing and how every funny line I have in the script is written by Josh, and without fail, I award him the loose points.
It's brutal. It's devastating to watch. I couldn't keep a straight face as you were going through the points because I was like, it's fucking gonna happen again. Oh,
You know what might be happening? There might be a deep psychological impulse, because he loses on the weeks I guess his correctly, and I'm wondering if there's a deep-seated part of me that when I know Josh wrote it, I just don't afford it. Because he only ever loses when I correctly guess it's him who wrote it. Because that takes away 1 point, and then I never awarded anything when I've guessed it's him.
This episode's gonna cut there, and the next episode there's gonna be a new host. Like it's gonna be. I think this will be fun. Like hopefully released footage when we're all killed.
You know how famous we get?
Are you suggesting that we kill each other?
Wait. Okay.
Are you
listen,
pitching death
listen.
as a marketing tactic?
I would kind of want to do it just to fully see Josh like It's like kind of like what happens if you use 100% of your brain? Like if
No,
Josh,
dude.
the closest I've come,
That's so funny.
Wait, let's compare the closest.
Josh, like
closest.
the closest I've come to seeing Josh like fully like use it all is we had a day where we went into the wrestling room. Avery, were you there on that day?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were playing a game essentially that was sharks and minnows, but you had to crawl, and it was one shark in the minnows, and you had to like get their belly to touch the floor to get them to become a shark. And there was 8 people total, and eventually 7 of us were sharks, and Josh was the one minnow, and we couldn't get him down. Stopped him from moving forward, but we could not get his stomach to hit the ground, and there were 7 of us.
And there was a
That's
point where we were trying hard.
We're
Like,
like-
it wasn't like we were putting our all into it.
The closest I ever came was we were on the football field and there was a lot of ice and snow. And dumb College Max was kind of like, oh, Josh is strong and big and cool. I can just do whatever I want to him. Like he's like like when a kid's batting at a dog's face because the dog's not allowed to hit back, So I like hit him. And Josh went, Max, you do that a lot. Don't do it again. And I went, okay, got you. And then without thinking, he was like up ahead of me and he was wearing this big ass Carhartt coat. And I took a block of ice and I whipped at his back. I started running and I turned. Josh is still on the track. I am halfway across the football field. I run a little more. I turn. He is 2 feet behind me, going faster than I've ever seen something move. And he horizontal flying tackles me. And I've never moved farther than when I got hit full speeding bullet Josh. And then he pinned me to the ground and went, I said, don't do it again. And he walked away from me.
Oh.
I mean, that's warranted. That's fair. That's warranted.
Oh, I was like, I get it. I changed. I changed that day.
You did.
I'm a lot different now. I remember going, I didn't realize how having strong legs makes you faster. I remember thinking that. And then I remember like kind of gleefully running away like a child. And when I turned around, that like laugh completely dropping from my
It's like getting whipped out of your throat, like
Yeah.
Okay.
Josh, do you purposely put the 3 strands of hair over your forehead because it looks cool? Or does it just happen that way?
All I do after I shower, I push it back. Sometimes it falls down on my face. Sometimes it stays up. It most often falls down. I've got
You don't use pomade?
unruly hair.
You don't use
No.
pomade?
After I wash and condition my hair, I will put in some coconut oil, but I don't use any product. No.
You got good hair. You know what else you can't control? The way your creation has gone and the way this Frankenstein monster has turned on you. And it's kind of fun to watch the reaction of the doctor as it happens in real time. And it's fun to be the mouth of the monster. Wait, can we talk about how good casting it would be if Josh played the monster and Jeffrey played the doctor?
Josh and I's favorite like physical opposites bit we've done. We started doing a bit where I would sit on one shoulder of Josh's like a parrot, and I would sit like hunched, and I was like a sickly like prince, and he was my manservant, and I would so he would like puppet me around and like lift me up. So I was doing like high ballet leaps, but the first thing like Josh pawing at the curtain says me being like, you oaf, get me out. And then it would come out and it's me hunched, sitting on one shoulder. Yeah.
That's so fucking funny.
Jeffrey,
One
you
of
make
the
a really
things-
good Little Prince. Like if there was a production of that, I feel like that'd be good casting. Go ahead, Max.
One of the things I've had the most visceral reactions to live on stage ever. I don't even really remember what you were doing. I remember the feeling more than I remember what you were doing, but I was aghast. I was astounded, and I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was great.
You let Jeffrey crawl over.
Yep. Because that was
I was
Josh and I would do a lot is like me like squirrel around his body.
I remember actually being pretty scared. I remember being like, I'm pretty scared right now. It was good. Can I just say I'm so much more scared of getting punished now that we've given Josh so many punishments.
It is what's going to be a problem for Max guessing is that I noticed it happen a little bit here. Avery and I starting to break once the points were awarded because
Yeah.
Yes, you're watching Josh.
we're watching Josh once the points are awarded, and so we got to do a really good job of keeping it together for when you guess. Because if you do the math quick enough, and you're like, oh wait, hold on, they're laughing at the points, which means that Josh didn't get any points. So how do I?
I am being sabotaged from all sides by my good friends. You are all showing your hands to me. You are all letting slip these little things that are definitely actually happening. And it's fucking me. It's fucking me. I'm getting fucked. I fucking knew you were withholding points from me, you fucking lizard. I fucking knew it. You know the reviews that I write, you bastard. You know them. And then you award me nothing, so I lose. Because it's a fun joke that Josh, the creator of Gaslight Gameshow,
I mean,
loses.
it is kind of
Wait, dude.
Isn't it a fun, funny fucking joke that I have to fucking learn a goddamn dance made for 3-year-olds? Isn't that fucking funny? Oh, hilarious.
Yeah.
I fucking knew it. That's all I'm gonna say. Is I
all I will say,
I knew it.
all I will say is that it is not 100% intentional. There are parts of it that are inane or innate.
Tired of it.
Oh
I'm
my
getting
God.
tired of the joke. Josh is getting tired of the joke. The joke isn't funny to Josh anymore. I don't want to dance. I don't want to do a goddamn dance. Make
It's
the
hysterical.
motherfucker who hasn't been able to feel his fucking toes since 17 dance. Make him dance a little dance for everybody. Make him get up in front of everybody and try not to let his muscles twitch too much while he dances a little fucking song. Yeah, I'm gonna go and dance to fucking Finding Nemo, goddamn Junior.
If your muscles twitch, we will make you do it again.
I think
I will kill myself live.
if we get an undetermined amount of social interaction, if we hit a certain number of followers.